Dandava pranams to everyone. Jai Śrīla Shri Guru Varga ki Jai. We're going to continue the reading of Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta. And we are in Madhya-līlā, chapter 6, the liberation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So I'm just going to read through. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we're just going to read from where we left yesterday. Text 64. Jai Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Prabhu ki Jai, Śrīla A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Gurudev ki Jai. Gopinatacharya ke kohe Sarvabhauma, tumi gosanyire lanya karai hadarashana. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya then told Gopinatacharya, take Goswamiji and show him Lord Jagannath. Amara matri swasa griha nirjana stana, tahan vasak deha kore sarva samadana. Also, the apartment belonging to my maternal aunt is in a very solitary place. Make all arrangements for him to stay there. Gopinata Prabhulanya tahan vasa dila jala jala pratadika sarva samadana kaila. Thus, Gopinatacharya took Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the residential quarters and showed him where to find water, taps, and water pots. Indeed, he arranged everything. Aradina Gopinata Prabhus Tanegiya Sayotanya Darasana Karai Lalanya. The next day, Gopinatacharya took Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to see the early rising of Lord Jagannath. Mukunda Datalanya Aila Sarvabhauma Stane Sarvabhauma Kishutanre Valila Vachane. Gopinatacharya then took Mukunda Datta with him and went to Sarvabhauma's house. When they arrived, Sarvabhauma addressed Mukunda Datta as follows. Prakriti Vinita Sannyasi Dekite Sundara Amara Bahupriti Bode Inhara Upara. The sannyasi is very meek and humble by nature, and his person is very beautiful to see. Consequently, my affection for him increases. Purport. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya considers Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a very humble and meek person, because although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a sannyasi, he still retained his brahmachari name. The Lord took sannyasi from Keshava Bharati in the Bharati Sampradaya, in which the brahmacharis, the assistants of the sannyasis, are named Chaitanya. Even after accepting sannyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu retained the name Chaitanya, meaning a humble servant of a sannyasi. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya appreciated this very much. Kon sampradaya sannyasi karyachena grahana kivanama inhara sunite hayamana. From which sampradaya has he accepted the sannyasi order, and what is his name? Gopinata kohe nama Sri Krishna Chaitanya Guru inhara Keshava Gopinata kohe nama Sri Krishna Chaitanya Guru inhara Keshava Bharati Mahadanya. Gopinatacharya replied, the Lord's name is Sri Krishna Chaitanya, and his sannyasi preceptor is the greatly fortunate Kesava Bharati. Sarvabhauma kohe inhara nama sarvotama Bharati Sampradaya inhu hajena madhyama. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, Sri Krishna is a very good name, but he belongs to the Bharati community. Therefore, he is second-class sannyasi. Gopinata kohe inhara nahi bahyapeksha ataiva bodhe sampradayera nahika apeksha. Gopinatacharya replied, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not rely on any external formality. There is no need for him to accept the sannyas order from a superior sampradaya. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas from the Bharati Sampradaya community. Hey, Dandavat, good morning.
Did you see my message?
You are live.
Did you see my message?
I haven't had time.
Where's your phone?
It's there in the office. Go and check it. My jacket. Sorry. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the sannyas from the Bharati Sampradaya community, which belongs to the disciplic succession of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya introduced names for his sannyasi disciples, and these are 10 in number. Out of these, the surnames Tirtha, Ashrama, and Saraswatī are considered topmost. In the monastery of Sringeri, the surname Saraswatī is considered first class, Bharati second class, and Puri third class. A sannyasi who has very nicely understood the slogan Tat Tvam Asi, and who takes his bath at the confluence of the rivers Ganges, Jamuna, and Saraswati is called a Tirtha. A person who is very eager to accept sannyas, who is detached from worldly activities, who has no desire for any kind of material facilities, and who is thus saved from the repeated birth and death is known as ashrama. When a sannyasi lives in a beautiful solitary place in the forest and is freed from all material desires is called vana. A sannyasi who always lives in the forest and renounces all connections with the world in order to be elevated to the heavenly planets, where he can live in the Nandana Kanana is called Aranya. One who prefers living in the mountains, engaging in the study of Bhagavad Gita, and whose intelligence is fixed is called Giri. One who prefers living in great mountains, even among ferocious animals, to attain the summit of philosophical speculations, understanding that the essence of the material world is useless, is called Parvata. A sannyasi who has dipped into the ocean of the absolute truth and collected some valuable stones and knowledge from that ocean, who never falls from the regulative principles of a sannyasi is called Sagara. One who has learned the classical art of music, who engages in its culture, and who has become expert and completely aloof from material attachment is called Saraswatī. Saraswati is the goddess of music and learning, and in one hand she holds a musical instrument called a veena. A sannyasi who is always engaged in music for spiritual elevation is called Saraswatī. One who has become completely educated and is free from all kinds of ignorance, and who is never unhappy, even in a distressed condition, is called Bharati. One who has become very expert in absolute knowledge, who is situated in the absolute truth, and who always discusses the absolute truth is called Puri. All these sannyasis are assisted by brahmacharis, who are described as follows. One who knows his real identity and is fixed in his particular occupational duty, who is always happy in spiritual understanding, is called Swarupa Brahmachari. One who completely knows the Brahman effulgence and is always engaged in the practice of yoga is called Prakasha Brahmachari. One who has acquired absolute knowledge and who always meditates on the absolute truth, knowledge, the unlimited, and the Brahman effulgence, thus keeping himself in transcendental bliss, is called Ananda Brahmachari. One who is able to distinguish between matter and spirit, who is never disturbed by material transformation, and who meditates on the unlimited, inexhaustible, auspicious Brahman effulgence is a first-class learned brahmachari and is called Chaitanya. When Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was talking with Gopinath Acharya about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sannyasi community, he appreciated the first name, Sri Krishna, but he did not like the surname Chaitanya, which is the name for a brahmachari belonging to the Bharati community. He therefore suggested that the Lord be elevated to the Saraswati community. However, Gopinath Acharya pointed out that the Lord does not depend on any external formality. Gopinath Acharya was firmly convinced that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Krishna himself, and therefore independent of any external ritual or formality. If one wants to engage in pure devotional service, he does not require titular superiority as a Bharati or a Saraswati. Sorry, are you in a rush? Can you wait 5-10 minutes? Yes? Okay, I'm almost finished. Bhattacharya kohe inhara praudha jovana kemate sannyasi dharma haibe rakshana. The Bhattacharya inquired, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in his full-fledged youthful life. How can he keep the principle of sannyas? Nirantara inhake vedanta sunaiva, vairagya advaita marge pravesha karaiva. I shall continuously recite the Vedanta philosophy before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that he may remain fixed in his renunciation and thus enter upon the path of monism. Purport. According to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, among sannyasis, the cultivation of Vedanta philosophy helps in becoming detached from sense gratification. Thus, a sannyasi can protect the prestige of wearing the loincloth, kapina. One has to practice sense control as well as mind control and subdue the 6 forces of speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, and genitals. Then one can become expert in understanding the devotional service of the Lord and thus become a perfect sannyasi. For that purpose, one must cultivate knowledge and renunciation regularly. When one is attached to material sense gratification, he cannot protect his sannyasi order. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya suggested that by the study of vairagya, renunciation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu might be saved from the clutches of full-fledged youthful desires. Kahena Jodi Purnarapi Yogapata Diya Samskara Kariya Uttama Sampradaya Aniya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya then suggested, if Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would like, I could bring him into a first-class sampradaya by offering him saffron cloth and performing the reformatory process again. Purport. The Bhattacharya wanted to reinstate Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu into the Saraswati Sampradaya because he did not like the lords belonging to the Bharati Sampradaya or Puri Sampradaya. Actually, he did not know the position of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not depend on an inferior or superior sampradaya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead remains in this supreme position in all circumstances. Suni Gopinata Mukunda Dunhe Dukha Haila Gopinatacharya Kichu Kahite Lagila. Gopinatacharya and Mukunda Datta became very unhappy when they heard this. Gopinatacharya therefore addressed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya as follows. Bhattacharya tumi inharana jana mahima Bhagavata lakshanera inha te sima. My dear Bhattacharya, you do not know the greatness of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All the symptoms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are found in him to the highest degree. Purport. Since the Bhattacharya was an impersonalist, He had no idea of the absolute truth beyond the impersonal effulgence. However, Gopinathacharya informed him that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who know the absolute truth know it in three phases, as explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yai jak janas advayam prameti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sabdyate. Those who are in knowledge and of the non-dual absolute truth know very clearly what is Brahman, what is Paramatma, and what is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's from Bhagavatam 1.2.11. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Sat Aishvarya Purna, complete with 6 opulences. Gopinathacharya emphasized that all those 6 opulences were completely existing in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tahate Vigyata Inho Parama Isvara Anyastane Kichu Nahe Vignera Gochara. Gopinathacharya continued, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is celebrated as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who are ignorant in this connection find the conclusion of knowledgeable men very difficult to understand. So we are going to stop here for today, and we continue tomorrow with text 80. Jai Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki jai. Jai Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Prabhu ki jai. Jai Śrīla A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. And do you want to sing Hariharaya Nama Krishna? Do you want to sing Hariharaya Nama Krishna? Do you want to play the Midanga?
You can do what I asked. 10
Yeah.
seconds.
Hi.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Krishavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Krishavaya Namaha.
Gopala Govinda Ram Srimadhusudana.
Gopala Govinda Ram Srimadhusudana.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chanda.
Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chanda.
Radha Radha Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Radha Radha Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunatha.
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunatha.
Sri Shiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha.
Shiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha.
Vishai Gosai Kori Charana जय सापरी के राशि श्री गुरु गौरंग सुंदर राधा गिरिराज की जय। श्रीला भक्ति निर्मलाचार्य महाराज की जय। श्रीला भक्ति सुंदर गोविंद गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। श्रीला भक्ति रक्षाक्षी अर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। श्रीला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर की जय। चैतन्य सरस्वती